Hi, everybody. Today's readings show us just how much human selfishness and envy and jealousy can lead even to violence in our lives. Today we have these two stories, one about Joseph and the other one that Jesus tells in a parable, that speak about how these people, when they get jealous of another, they want to inflict harm upon them. So Joseph is the most favored of Israel, his father, and he has these other brothers who hate him for that. And then they hate him so much and they want to kill him because he's the favorite of the father. And so they set out to do so, but one of them convinces them not to kill him, but rather to sell him into slavery. And then we have in the gospel this parable about the landowner who leases a vineyard to these tenants. And he sends his servants to obtain the produce, but the tenants see them and they kill the servants, or they beat one and they kill one. And then he sends his son. He sends his son to obtain the produce, and he says, surely they will respect the son. But they see the son and they say, this is the heir, let's kill him so that we can have the inheritance. Sometimes we too can be so envious and jealous and not see what we're really called to in life, what God has really given us in life, and so become so jealous and envious of others that we forget what we've been given, that these tenants have been given this vineyard, that they are able to benefit from the produce of it. Yet they see the servants, they see the son, and they think that they should get rid of them so that they can have the produce. The same is true with Joseph and his brothers. They just hate Joseph because he's most favored, but they still have the inheritance of the father. The good news is that God's redemptive work can work even despite people's sinfulness, despite our own sinfulness. Of course, we all know what it's like to feel jealous, to feel envious, and sometimes even what it's like to act out of that place and to do something that is almost violent to another person. But God is always willing to still redeem. Even in our sinfulness, he can work something good out of it. We know that after Joseph is sold into slavery, he goes to Egypt and he becomes someone great in Egypt. And when there's a drought in Israel, his brothers come seeking to have some food to give that they can have, and Joseph forgives them. He forgives them, and he's got the place of power over them, but he forgives them. And the same is true with Jesus, that he's telling these chief priests and scribes this parable because he wants them to repent. He wouldn't be telling them if he didn't want them to find some way to repent. God sent his only son that we might have life, and that we might repent of our jealousies, of the violence that we've done against God in our lives. Because it doesn't matter what we've done, how far gone we are. The Lord is always seeking our hearts. He never gives up on us. So today let's remember that the Lord is always seeking out for us and that he never gives up on any of his children.